This is Demon Marked, Book 1 of the Venandi Chronicles, an urban paranormal romance series. Written by Sara Snow. Narrated by Selena Salcido and Henry Shader for Hot Ghost Productions. Chapter 17. Georgia. I woke to the sense of the night flying past me, but I could barely move my arms or legs. I was lying on my back on a hard silk surface. My mouth was dry and sticky and filled with the sour aftertaste of tequila. I rolled back and forth, trying to sit up. Even the slightest movement felt like swimming through mud. The hard surface was the back seat of a car. "Hey, it's time you woke up." The driver glanced at me over her shoulder. "I figured you'd had enough beauty sleep." I recognized the blonde from the abyss, the one who had fed me shot after shot of Jose Cuervo. I should have been grateful to have a designated driver, but somehow that thought wasn't very comforting. Imogen, that was her name. How could I forget? "You're with that fucking Venandi, aren't you?" The blonde asked accusingly. Her eyes searched mine in the rearview mirror. "I saw the way you were staring at Carter. The two of you were stalking me, weren't you?" If I hadn't already been paralyzed by whatever toxin Imogen had poisoned me with, I would have been frozen with fear. I figured her question was rhetorical. She already knew why Carter and I were at the bar. "Always trying to ruin my fun. That's your real mission. Every time I get close to my prey, one of you is right there, breathing down my neck. I could have ripped out a few hearts tonight. Had my fill of blood. But the Venandi had to screw everything up for me." Imogen eyed me in the mirror again. Her eyes were twin voids, black and empty. Then again, it's not too late. My night hasn't been totally wasted. Her mirthless laughter sickened me. With no way to even move a pinky, I was as good as dead. This was the succubus we'd been hunting. All evening, while I worried about Carter and that redhead, the real monster had been sitting within a few inches of me, getting me drunk. "Where are you taking me?" I managed to ask. "We're going to see a good friend of mine. He's an incubus. Do you know what that is?" No. I remembered reading about the incubi in Kingston's book, but I wanted to hear Imogen's definition, just in case the reality was worse. Of course, Imogen's reality was far worse than anything I could have imagined. An incubus is a demon with an insatiable sexual appetite. Very much like me, only male. Incubi copulate with female humans, then kill them. Slowly. Incubi get off on torture, mutilation, and evisceration. You can look forward to all of the above tonight. Great. Just another wild night in Cheetown. And I'll be taking part in the fun. Imogen went on. You seem like the feisty type. I'll be there to hold you down while my friend has his way with you. Incubus sex is amazing. Like nothing you've ever had. But that will just be the appetizer. The main course will be when I slice off your tasty parts and feed them to the incubus by hand. Then we'll move on to dessert, and I'll help him slice you open. Then we'll feed. Oh, how we'll feed. What do you think about that? I looked around wildly for something I could use to knock Imogen out. Some blunt object like a tire iron, or even a snow scraper. I didn't see anything. But my terror let me focus on the one thing that could possibly save my ass. I squeezed my eyes shut and willed the steering wheel to move. Focus. The car fishtailed. Focus harder. Imogen grunted. She was trying with all her might to control the spinning steering wheel and get the car back on the road. Too late. The car rolled once, twice, then crashed to a grinding halt. The back door flew open on impact. My paralyzed body sailed into the night. The pain of my collision with the ground was unbearable. I writhed, trying to gain some kind of forward momentum on the asphalt. But my body wouldn't obey my brain's commands. I managed to raise my head a few inches and saw the succubus crawling towards me. On all fours, the tall blonde had turned into a ravaging predator. Her sharp teeth were bared. She panted with rage as she advanced, dragging herself over the broken glass and blood. "Fucking little bitch! You crashed my car!" she growled. Then she fell on me.